Take 100 of the world's greatest predator anglers, add in 200 of the world's finest street anglers, put into the mix some of Europe's fiercest predators and also some of the finest machinery available to angling. What have you got? An absolutely magnificent event. I'm Rob Hughes and this is the World Predator Classic. Well, the World Predator Classic sprung onto the scene 5 years ago, and back then it set the European Predator calendar absolutely on fire. Since then, you know what, it's just got even bigger and it attracts some of the biggest names in predator angling from Europe and indeed further afield. Everybody wants a shot at the title. In addition to the boat angling competition, there is a street angling competition as well. 200 anglers from around Europe descend on Hellevoetsluis Sluice. They literally take over the town, and we'll hear more about those later on. This year there are 15 nations taking part in the boat battle, but only a few have been able to win it so far. Year 1 and 2, you know what, it was won back to back by arguably the best predator anglers in the world. Certainly in Europe they are highly respected, and that was Luc Coppens and Jeremy Staveman from Belgium. Year 3, that belonged to the Finns, and that was Antti Attila and Markku Tuisinen, incredibly good anglers. Then we move on to year 4, the Germans took over, and the winners last year were Dustin Schöner and Johannes Dietl.
Yeah, it's wonderful to be a champion, that's true.
We got a lot of nice response from the community, so it was really great to be the champion. We hope to win again, to be honest.
So I've got a VIP over from the States. This is Kim Eby, and she's come to see exactly what all of this European predator stuff is about. Do you think the guys from the States could handle this over here?
Oh, bring it on. Come on over, because listen, if we could ever do an event where your best guys out of this event came and fished with us, it would be brilliant. We would love it.
Wouldn't it be great to see a Ryder Cup style tournament where you guys came over to here and then the year after we went over?
Absolutely, yeah. We definitely have a force, and we'd love to see you up against us. We would.
The competition will be held on this absolutely amazing piece of water behind me. This is an area known as the Herring Fleet, and it's a really interesting piece of water, this, for a number of reasons. Firstly, it's tidal, and secondly, it's brackish, but it's tidal in a really strange way, because actually when the tide is coming in, they shut the dam gates at that end, which means the water rises, but it rises with fresh water as opposed to with salt water. After that, when the tide's gone out, the gates are opened and all the water flows out, so it's changing all the time, and we hear from the competitors that sometimes it can be really murky, sometimes coloured, sometimes still, and sometimes flowing. This really evolves, it moves, it's a living, breathing organism, it changes all the time, and that's what makes the fishing really tricky. The event itself is based out of Cape Helios, which is just on the outskirts of Hellevoetsluis. It's a millionaire's playground with some fanciful yachts and some magnificent ships based out of there, and it's the area where the rich, the famous and the wealthy come from Rotterdam and spend their weekends. It's also the place where we caught up with some of the guys who've been out practicing.
Some people say you can't fish in the muddy water. Some people say you can, of course you can fish in muddy water as well, you just need to change up. And some people say you have to find the clear water. But I think we have the plan going. We have confidence in different kinds of water clarities. We found the techniques that works for us to at least find the perch and the sander. Yeah.
You've been here many times before though, you know the water quite well, you know the spots quite well.
Yeah, but everything changing, like every year different. So
the last year we put on the map the spots, and this year we're checking again, and it's slightly different everything, and there's no fish on that spot. That's why we need looking for a new one.
This water changes every day.
It's very dynamic. The water is very dynamic. The wind is turning and the water becomes colored on one side, and the spots you think they are good are not good anymore. Yeah. It's changing every day. It can change 3-4 times in one day. So it's very dynamic water.
having had their practice, the guys from all the different nations gather together for the opportunity to spend an evening together, enjoy a meal, a drink, and perhaps, just occasionally, the odd tall story about monsters caught and monsters lost. This is known as the Captain's Dinner, and it's an integral part of the World Predator Classic pre-match celebrations. Gentlemen, back again for another fantastic event. You looking forward to this?
We've looked forward for a long time for this. Yeah.
We see so many people, we know so many people. It's become like friends. It's one big family, you know. And it's always exciting to be here. You count the days for the whole year.
For us, it's one of the big events that we like to come to.
Is this for us? I think for me, definitely it's the event. I think for you, definitely as well. It's the event of the year we look forward to, plan for all year. It's an action-packed event, and if guys think that fishing's boring, this is the event to come to, without a shadow of a doubt.
It's our fourth edition, so we love it here. We love it here. We've been practicing. The fishing is, like always in Haringvliet, changing a lot. But for the fourth time, we're going to try to win it.
What would it mean to win this again? You've won it twice. What would it mean to win it a third time? Has anybody ever won a big event like this 3 times?
I don't think so. It's a dream. It's a dream. I practiced very, very hard. I was very tired yesterday. I could not do nothing anymore. So, but now I'm okay. But it's a big dream. It's a big dream to win it for the third time.
Today there's a beautiful Haringvliet. Tomorrow is a storm. So it's always very exciting. Very exciting. What's going to happen and how it's going to be. You never know until you start and you're out there and you try to catch them.
Well, the event is now officially open. The Mayoress of Hellevoetsluis has just opened it and the boat parade is underway.
Well, Hellevoetsluis is famous for its angling, not only on the Haringvliet but also in the canals. So it's very nice that all these anglers from all over the place, 22 nationalities are here, that they know Hellevoetsluis now as well.
Absolutely, and it's a brilliant atmosphere this evening too.
Yeah, well, the sun is out and we have nice terraces and restaurants for the free time for the anglers. And there's an amazing spirit among them. They made some waves and they made some water underneath the bridge, so it was nice.
And the boats have come all the way around the corner of the Haringvliet, down into the middle of town at Hellevoetsluis. They parade through, massive crowds watch them as they travel down into the harbour, wait, gather for a photograph, turn around and come back out again. And there's a bit of fun and games that goes on here as well, because they all tend to just soak each other a little bit. And these guys out here at the moment, they love a bit of fun. They're going to show us how it's done. Come on guys, lift that prop and show us what you can do. So they all have a little bit of fun with each other. And whenever you see an engine just tilting up like that, just be a bit careful, because the next thing that happens is they turn that prop and they spin a bit of air. They've got quite a few people on the bridge so far, but it's all really part of this carnival atmosphere out here at Hellevoetsluis. So I'm looking over my shoulder because they've tried to get me in the past before by coming in, sneaking in on the quiet and soaking us as we try and do our jobs. But great fun here, wonderful carnival atmosphere, music party, crowds of people, and this is where they have a little bit of fun. However, the big and serious game starts tomorrow morning, because first thing they'll be out on the water and they're ready to do battle, because this is the World Predator Classic.